Sir, yung sa momentum playbook, pagka ba nag-gap up siya, parang hindi na natin, nangyayari po ba na parang overextended naman yung gap niya? Iko-consider ba natin yun? Or may
Bibilin mo
nangyayari po
siya.
ba may nangyayari po bang case na pag nag-gap up siya parang overextended na sobra?
Okay, sige. Ito ano, magandang question 'yan. We don't chase gaps. Hindi tayo nag-chase ng gaps. So for example, mag-gap up si Coop Ang. Wala pa akong possession, kunyari wala pa tayong possession. Nag-gap up siya, $25. Tapos maganda yung candle, bullish candle. Ang gagawin mo, you wait for a coil. You wait for a coil or a pullback channel after the gap up. Kung wala kang makitang ganong setup, no touch ka. No touch.
Okay.
Sir Bear,
Sige, go ahead, go ahead.
pwede tingnan mo yung chart ng BBY?
Bed Bath and Beyond, tama ba?
Hindi, Best Buy.
Best Buy ko.
Oh, yung
Ayan,
gap.
so for
Yeah.
example, ito, gap up, di ba? Nag-gap up siya. Ngayon, do you buy that gap? Hindi. You don't buy the gap unless you're trading day one setup sa earnings day. Tulad ng pinakita ko last time.
Oo.
Pero if momentum or swing objective with BBY, ito yung pwede mong setup eh. Bear trap after earnings candle low. On earnings candle. Ano ang tawag sa setup na to? Peg plus undercut and reclaim or bear trap. So basically, meron kang earnings candle na nag-gap up, nag-move higher, ngayon nag-create ng pullback, pero reclaim the earnings candle low. So pwede mong gawin dyan, actually may trade plan na ako dyan, diba? So pwede mong gawin, buy on the reclaim, stops mo is on the previous candles day low, diba? Ito yung previous candle, diba?
Yeah.
Previous low. So pwede mong ilagay yung low, yung stops mo dyan. And then targets mo is based on the measured move of this digestion of the earnings report. Pwedeng based dito or pwedeng kahit itong earnings candle na lang. So targets wise, 1618 is around the 107 level. Pwede rin naman if conservative, buy the breakout of $100. Round number area yan eh.
Tapos
Round number area siya.
810.
Since price is below the round number area, the psychological level, most likely mag-resist pa yung price dyan eh, di ba? So ang sa akin, pwedeng bilhin mo na siya dito, then nilagay mo yung stops mo at 96, then targets mo is at 107. So tignan natin bigger picture ni BBY. Meron ba tayong left side resistance? May approaching ba tayo sa resistance level? May resistance pa siya, no? Yan, most likely at 108. Yan. Ito yung mga structure resistance natin. So halos in confluence dito sa 1618.
Yeah.
So, pwedeng ganun yung trade plan mo. So, yun yung advantage din ng mga earnings related plays. Kasi may meron ka ng catalyst, which is the earnings. Inantay mo lang na magpahinga yung buyers mo. And then, sinakyan mo yung follow through nila. Sasakyan mo yung follow through nila. Tama? You get the idea?
Yes.
Yes.
Yan. So, yun. Actually, nasa ano ba natin to? Nasa watchlist natin.
Kanina, yung sinend mo na sa, ano nga ulit yan? Sa dashboard, tinan ko.
Ay, nandito. Yung nasa weekly top-down scan list.
Hindi, dito ba yan? Parang Fed Play.
Sa Fed Play. Madaming lumalabas dyan. So, if you want to really focus on earnings-related plays, kahit bottom-up screening lang yung gawin mo. Ito lang yung gawin mo. Pull up mo yung Fed Play na screener, copy-paste mo sa TradingView mo, TradingView watchlist, and then individually scan them. Then you look for a setup.
Yan yung ginawa.
Paulit-ulitin mo lang yan. Ulit-ulitin mo lang siya. Yun lang yung gawin mong simpleng routine, 'di ba? Yun lang yung simpleng routine na gawin mo. You look for PED plays. Yung PEG kasi yung power earnings gap is a variation of PED play. Yung concept kasi ng post earnings announcement if play is yung main idea nun, if maganda yung reaction ng market, most likely magko-continue yan months, weeks later. Yung peg ganun din eh, 'di ba? Gap up lang siya and then nag-move higher, nagpahinga. So that's the setup. So sige. Review ko ulit isang name na meron ako, SN. So SN is wait lang Ano ba yung bagal lang net ko? So nawala na yung mga drawing ko. Nagulo na naman pares kasi kami ng wife ko gumagamit nito eh. So paminsan erase niya. Yun, anyway, SN, Shark Ninja. So, same idea. Post-earnings announcement display or peg play, to be specific. Kasi meron kang, gap up after earnings. Di ba? Na-release yung earnings before the bell. On the day itself, nag-gap up siya, nag-move higher. On day 2, na-reject, nagpahinga yung buyers mo. Tama?
Yes.
So yung ginawa ko dito, I bought the breakout. Hindi naman bought the breakout pero I anticipated actually with SN. Tagal ko nang hinahawakan to. Roughly around August 27, last week of August. If tama yung pagkakatanda ko. So ang objective ko with Shark Ninja, since all-time high play siya, tapos recently IPO'd, ang idea is gusto kong sakyan up to 120. Yun yung next semi-round number area niya.
120.
The idea is, if mag-breakout siya sa 100, magtutuloy-tuloy pa siya up to 120. Yun yung parang trade thesis. So ngayon, since ito yung initial setup na pinakita sa atin ng SN, so this was my initial tranche. My second tranche was this mini coil. So nagdagdag ako dito sa 96, 93. So ngayon, sinasakyan ko na lang on the way up. Minumove ko na lang yung stops ko on the way up near the 10-day moving average. So trend following objective ng slight. Hindi ako mag-sell on strength kasi may other names ako na focused on selling on strength like GEV, GE Vernova, and other names. And since SN is at an all-time high, I need to respect this all-time high status. Diba? So dalawang setup. A coil, a box, and then a mini box again. So pare-parehas lang actually. Ang bottom line is nasa markup phase siya, all-time high. Ano kalaban ng presyo para umangat? Profit takers. Diba? Profit takers na lang. So ngayon, saan yung mga potential profit takers natin? So kunyari, itong base na yan. Saan yung 200% level? Actually, 91. Nag-profit taking na at this level, di ba? Pero, malakas pa rin yung aggressive bulls mo, yung buyers mo. So ngayon, next profit taking area natin is at the 104 area. Yung measured move na itong earnings, yung 2-day earnings move na yan. And then this candle range or trading range. So ngayon, ang gagawin ko na lang, sasakin ko na on the way up. So ano yung key takeaway nyo dito sa SN na trade ko? Actually, running position naman, pa rin naman siya. Hindi pa naman siya nako-close. Pero napapansin nyo, yung trade style ko, it's a mix of trend following and then swing trading na quick to take profits. Kumbaga meron akong favorite na kabayo. Example, SN. Kumbaga meron kang favorite na kabayo, kunyari mga all-time high names, 'di ba? Meron kang mga kabayong pang pitik-pitik lang. So sila yung nagko-finance ng equity curve mo na steady move on the way up. Pero yung isang play mo na matindi talaga, yun yung magdadala to greater heights. Pero style ko lang naman yun. You need to develop your own style. Gets no? Kaya, hindi ko kasi pwedeng i-ano sa inyo i-dictate sa inyo ano yung kailangan nyo gawin Makukuha nyo din yung style nyo. Lalong-lalo na when you focus on a setup, on a type of play, tapos nakita mong you can really make money on that type of play.